everyone! Now I will explain about regular and irregular verbs. Let's get it started! Regular verbs are those verbs where the past simple and past participle of the verbs ends with either a ed or d. For example, cook, cook, cook. And irregular verbs are those verbs that do not have a specific formula to indicate them in its past simple and past participle. For example, cut, 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 or run, run, run. History regular verbs were found later in the English language. Verbs which were statements from the Old English were the irregular verbs. Regular verbs have the conjunction or word which is utilized to associate sentence pattern. Unlike regular verbs, irregular verbs are verbs which do not have to follow any systematic conjunction patterns. As they change forms, regular verbs don't have to go through any crucial change in their simple past and past participle forms. Irregular verbs may sometimes have a different or similar past simple and past participle form. There are about 600 regular verbs, hence there is majority of regular verbs. As opposed to regular verbs, there are nearly 200 verbs that are irregular. Hence, there are not many irregular verbs when compared to regular. Regular verbs follow their standard utilized to create past simple or past participle. Irregular verbs have their own set of rules when creating past simple. Regular verbs are otherwise known as weak words, as these verbs follow the standard principle of English language by adding ed or d to the base of the word to create its past form. For example, she looked for her son at the shopping mall. Regular verbs having the same past simple and past participle when a verb ends with a consonant or a y, we replace the y to an I and add ed at the end. Okay, now it's about irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are those verbs that do not end with ed or d. They are also known as strong verbs. For example, break, breaks, broke, broken, or eat, eats, ate, eaten. Sometimes the spelling of the word does not change, but the pronunciation of the word changes. Let's say, for example, read. Irregular verbs are divided into four forms. Verbs having the same past simple, past participle, and base form. For example, she let her friends crash at her place for the night. Contains base form having similar past simple and past participle tense. These two verbs have to be grasped with precision because both of these verbs are strikingly dissimilar to each other. If the similarities between the two verbs, regular and irregular verbs, are not measured, an individual is considered incapable of efficiently Grasping the language of English for it is an essential lesson to know the nuts and bolts of English grammar.